family. Welcome to Taste and See podcast, a faith-based conversation series where people share how they've encountered God in real life. This series is for the curious, for the committed, or the in-between. So whether you're on fire for Jesus or still figuring it all out, you're welcome at this table. So come, taste and see that the Lord is good. Hi family, welcome back to another episode of Taste and See podcast. Today I'm joined by the lovely Renee. And yes, Renee, just before we get into this video, I'd like for you to, say a prayer with us and let's invite the Holy Spirit into this session.
No problem.
All right.
Okay. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for today. We thank you for the opportunity to speak and have conversations. We thank you so much for the listeners. We thank you that whatever anybody is coming on this podcast to hear will impact them, it will energize them, and it will inspire them. Lord, I pray that you will help me to share my story or whatever I have to say on here so that, Lord, it will touch that person that you want to touch. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. That was lovely. Okay, so Renee, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit, your name and a little bit about what you do, who you are.
Yeah. Okay. So I always say that I'm an artist, designer, and an innovator.
Okay.
I don't know. I just came to this space. I was like, okay. I tried to abandon the artist bit, but I've been painting since I was a kid.
I saw your painting the last time on IG. I was like, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, and
she's really good, guys.
And it's something that I've not like taken it forward as a profession, but if God gives you something, you can't take it for granted. You can't overlook it. So I am an artist. I'm a designer. I studied product design. That's like mechanical engineering, but design based.
Okay.
And then I do interior design now. So
she's really good, guys. Really good.
So yeah, products and interior design, and then the innovation bit, because I'll talk a little bit more about it, but I just really like it when you're able to think a little outside of the box so that you can like create a solution.
I feel
just make things happen. Really.
Yeah.
So that's who I am.
That's cool. Nice, meet you, Renee, for everybody else. As for me, I know her. So, anyways, so let's get into the conversation. So, Renee, tell us a little bit about growing up. Have you always been a Christian, or do you grow up like a Christian, stuff like that? How was your growing up like?
So I knew that it would come to a stage where I'll have to tell a testimony, and I was like, hey, I don't have a wild testimony, but I was like, no. It's not even like, what's the wild testimony that you're thinking of that somebody wants to hear? Like, I have a big testimony, and it just looks different in different stages of my life.
Exactly.
And I would never want to take it for granted that I was raised in a Christian household. Okay, so my mom and dad are both in ministry.
Okay.
And my mom has been in ministry longer than my dad. She was actually called way earlier.
Okay.
To stop working and do
full-time ministry. Oh, nice.
So for a long time, like I've seen that. I've seen her just working. She has a orphanage foundation, and then she does like seminars where she, teaches, edifies women, and she does breakfast meetings where she does that kind of thing. So I've just seen like a fire and a fervence in my house for forever.
Yeah.
Like it's been there. And my dad as well. Like he also has his fellowship. He's played like a very lead role in fellowship.
Okay.
I won't mention any of the things, but so I grew up in a Christian household. There was never a time where I was like, I'm atheist, I don't believe in God, that kind of thing. And I think a lot of us in Ghana, that's probably what happens.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, I will never take for granted the fact that it's a huge testimony to be raised in a Christian household and not end up deciding that.
That's so true.
Hey, you forced it on me. I'm leaving. God is a scam. That kind of thing. my
That's
whole
so
life.
true.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I keep saying I'm so grateful I was raised up a Christian because that's what really saved me. Because in uni, I saw that I went back, like, I went into the world. Because for me, I thought, oh, I was just having fun. It's just, just having fun, just chilling. I didn't really understand the implication of like the life I was living at the time. But the way I was brought up was always keeping me rooted. It was like I was constantly hearing my mom's voice in my head all the time. I was at, Sunday school, everything. And because I used to, do soul drill. I used to do all of those things as a kid, like give votes of thanks, do like all those type of things. So I was like very, very, I was in church. I was a church girl. I couldn't really go straight that far. Like I always knew like God is real and he's there. So like it was just always this thing at the back of my mind. Yeah.
Something I also really appreciate about God is that he'll show you like in different times of your life in a very unique way who he is to you. He will prove to you that he's real. And he'll make sure that he does it so that nothing can really come and disturb that knowledge, that conviction. Yes, without a doubt.
Yeah.
He'll do it very unique to you in your own life that, this is who I am. I'm real. It's not because your mother or father had a faith or you were raised this way. I gave you like certain life encounters so that you see that, okay, it's me or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Because I got to that point where I actually sought the Lord for myself. The way it says in the word, like, when you, seek the Lord with all of your heart and you'll find him. I actually sought him and I found him. He actually answered in a way, like, I just knew without a doubt, like, that was God. There was no other way. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't nothing. So from that moment on, it was just a very deep knowing of, yes, God is real, God is there, and I'm going to do everything I can to just get to know him well and work well with him, You didn't really, you grew up a Christian, you didn't really, have any of those like doubt faces and stuff like that. You were saying, I'm very happy for you because
but I certainly have struggles that like there were struggles from time to time. Anyways, continue.
No, because I was just about to say some of us really just end up going to the trenches before finding our way back.
Wow.
Yes, I'm very happy you have to really go through that. God saved you all of that stress. anyways, yeah. So, can you, now that we know, like, how growing up and all, can you share with us, any testimony, anything that God has done for you recently that you like to, because I really believe in the power of testimony. The Bible tells us to share and testify, So, if there is anything at all that you'd like to share.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll start from like when I was youngest.
Okay.
So I had something that they said was severe, like a severe skin disease. It's not a disease, it's eczema.
Okay.
It's eczema. Okay. But my own, they call it severe atopic dermatitis. Like that's how they refer to it. So maybe a lot of you will know eczema. Like you have those of you who suffer from asthma and like sinus problems. It's all related. Like it's a treat.
Okay.
I had eczema and I had it in a way that I don't even know if I want to describe. But that was my first testimony, and it's not even. I got healed from it. Okay, so as a child, I always had the patches here and like just where you sweat a lot. And somewhere in high school, the thing just went out of control. I was covered in it from toe to my neck. It's only my neck, so that God just spared my face, so that at least you can talk to me. And it was serious. I went to boarding school, and it happened in boarding school. So it's like it's not the comfortable place to have that condition because it's constant itching. I got like blisters, loads of them, all sorts of fluids coming through your body. Yes, and I used to like roll around in bed for hours. I couldn't really sleep.
Yeah,
and scratch. I used to use things to scratch myself till blood would start coming. Like guys, like some serious stuff. And it was a lot. I had to change my diet because you're trying to understand why all of a sudden, right? It's
why not like so worse all of a sudden.
Yeah. What triggered it? So we're trying to check his diet, if his environment, because I already have hay fever and allergies and all those things. But it's like what exactly has triggered it to become this bad that like your body is literally falling off. My skin was falling off. That kind of vibe. That kind of vibe.
Charlie.
And we tried everything. We tried herbal medicine, what what friend won't come and suggest their own that, oh, try this, go to the sea,
do this, do that. Everybody will add their own.
Everybody will add their own. And it's like, me as a child, I was like, will you keep quiet? I'm the one suffering, you know. But I get it. It's like,
Yeah,
from a place of care.
Yeah,
but it's like after you've tried so many things and it doesn't work, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then we did the final lap where we went to like a hospital in Europe. They said that's the best hospital that's like
that can treat that.
That can treat it. We went there, we went to sit in front of the doctor, and she looked at my mom and she was like, I've not seen a case this bad. Actually, there's nothing much I can do for you. So I used to go on steroids, topical steroids. Okay, it's like thing you put on your body where it literally like it calms the situation down, but it's such an abrasive and abruptive thing that when you stop it, it will just all come back, and you can't also use that medicine for too long. Because all sorts of side effects like skin bleaching, compromise your immune system. So she was like, we want to prescribe another steroid for you, but we can't do that because it's only for a short period. And the second option is to kind of shut down your immune system in a way, because we feel like your body is fighting itself. But we can't do that, because if we do that, you need to live here, because we need to monitor you. We need to make sure that, because when you shut down your immune system, it means you're not susceptible to everything else. So she looked at us and said, we can't do much for you. Like, I'm sorry, I haven't seen it this bad. I was like, hey.
How can you be telling me? How can you be telling me this? Like you, the best in the field.
Apparently the best. Right. My mom started crying. I was kind of numb by that time because I'm like, I'm the one suffering. Why are people crying? It was such a like traumatic experience. But we left the country, came back to Ghana. It was like hope was lost in a sense. I don't want the story to take too long, but then, you know, I was just trying to live with it. We're just trying to cope. And my mom like chanced upon this South African doctor online. She was just trying to find a Facebook community group to get some support as a mother who has a child going through this thing, because she didn't really understand a lot of the things. So she found a support group, and it was so helpful. Like, I think I remember the feeling when one time. So there was a habit I had. It had to do with scratching my body, and you know, parents will be like, "Don't scratch it, don't scratch it. You know, don't do it so much." And I'm thinking, I literally cannot help myself.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do.
It's like this, and it's such a mental battle. And so she went on this support group, and then there were mothers commenting about that thing and explaining why their children do it, and telling other mothers how to understand it and what not to do. The first time she came and saw me doing that, and she changed her approach to me, such a burden was released off of me, because I was like, she understands. So that in itself was a testimony that she found that.
She found that group.
But it's from that group that she found the South African doctor. And it's from that South African doctor that I got the healing. Because he just had to see pictures of my body, and he prescribed his own regimen.
Okay.
And that was how, like, slowly, the thing started going. And you will see me, and you won't even know I've gone through something like that.
Right? Look at your skin.
You will not even know that my skin was...
Your skin is glowing. Like, I can't even believe it. There's nothing to show. Like, there's nothing.
Like, I used to have 10 layers of my own skin on top of this.
Can you imagine?
Scaly. Itchy. And it's all gone. So I only have a bit on my feet, and I always say that I think God left it there to remind me.
Honestly,
to remind me.
I keep saying this thing all the time. Like, whenever he says from something, there's just a little bit of something left just to remind you. There's this thing that happened with my scalp, and I still have dents to remind me of it. It's like, just so you know that yes, he did that. And you know, this is why, like, when you mentioned about your mom finding the Facebook community. The Bible talks to us and tells us a lot about like why we need community and stuff like that. And you guys, you see how like he used that. Like, you know, God was able to use that like at the right time for her to find it, like, you know, the community and all of that, and use that in that way. So community is necessary. You guys shouldn't try like be back, stay at home if you're like, oh, I don't have to go to church, I can just praise God at home, or I don't really need a church family or a group or whatever. We need one another. We cannot do life alone. So if you're watching this and you tend to, you know, just be alone in one corner, try and open yourself up and pray to God to help you with it, because we need community. Anyways,
and I feel like through that part as well, God it's not the healing that really was the huge testimony. I think the symbolism of the fact that my skin was one thing and now it's another thing. it's like God regenerated my body. He's using that to remind me today that anything I go through, any situation I am in, can be regenerated.
Yes.
Like, do not feel like because it's that way now, it's going to be that way forever.
Okay, that was very powerful. That was very good. And God is a healer, guys.
Yes.
He heals. Like,
Yes, yeah.
even me sitting, I'm a living testimony. There's so many people all around the world constantly sharing their testimony of God coming through for them that way. So if you're watching this and you feel like you need healing, just know that He will come through for you.
Yeah.
He will. So this testimony is great. But before you started talking about the testimony, you mentioned how, there's been like other phases. So I want to hear more. I want to hear more. I'm sure you want to hear more too.
Definitely. I feel like I could be talking forever because it's so many distinct testimonies. I'll try my best not to overdo it. So it started with the healing thing, and honestly, I will tell you that healing was my mother's faith.
Yeah.
I don't think I was praying like that about. I was suffering and asking God, so why me? And somebody say, so if not you, then who?
No, you then who?
But it was my mom's faith that took us through that. I don't even think I had faith for healing like that. God has just shown me through the result of that's what I can do. But later on in life, my story would become more to do with anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah. I always think of my mind as very explosive. Like I have a lot going on in there. Like a lot of ideas, a lot of plans of who I want to be, what I want to do. And I think it caught up with me very early. In boarding school, I wanted to be the top because I came from primary school where I would perform and get prizes, and my mom and my family would be so proud of me and like, yes, you can do this. This is who you are. And I took it some way. I took it like, okay, so I can never do less and I can do more. I really took the thing some way. So when I got to boarding school, let's call it like A-level, like just before uni, A-level. I did IB actually, I didn't do A-level. I took a World Cup and it was crippling because you can't function when you have put so much pressure on yourself. You can't do that. And that's exactly what I did. And there were times that I would sit down to learn and panic attack, like immediately. And I think a lot of people can relate to those things, like anxiety. You just put a certain expectation on yourself. So there was that. And I won't say I got necessarily healed of it, but God helped me to finish school, finish with okay grades. I say okay because when I got my grades, I wasn't happy. Someone would be very happy to get those grades, but I wasn't happy. So there was just a pattern of like self-disappointment. I was anxious because I wanted to do better. I wanted to outperform myself, and then a lot of unfulfilled expectations. And so it got to uni, and it's the same vibe. It's like I'm brilliant. I know I'm brilliant. Like inside me, I know there's a lot going on, so it has to show. But it converted to this whole procrastination thing, and I think this is the most recent thing where I'm like, okay, God just outdid himself. So I did product design. It's an engineering course, but also design based. And we used to have like class projects with every course, with every first degree. It was a Bachelor of Science. So we just had like projects that were more studio based, would make things, would design things, blah, blah, blah. But it's a whole big deal. Like it's both research, design, and presentation. Estella, I did it in such a way that like if let's say there are 10 slides. If I've not done maybe 10 hours of research for the first slide, I've not done 3 drafts for the first slide. I'll not move on to the next slide.
Wow. I don't think we have that much time and you need to do all of that. You need to be moving.
There's not, like, why would you do? I was on this concept of, I know the standard I'm looking for, and I know that I want the thing to be. It's just the perfectionism thing. So that was my story. Do you know what I'll do? I'll do that. The deadline will be approached. I'll be looking at the deadline. I'll be looking at the deadline. Then I'll not submit on the deadline.
What?
And it was so sad because I had people in my corner, like my cousin who is also my best friend. We were best friends before we knew we were cousins. He'll be in my corner. I know, so interesting. But he's somebody that God brought to me, like delivered to me, like standard. He'll be in my corner asking me, Renee, realistically, you have 2 days to submit. Where are you? Then I'm saying, just delusion, and then the perfectionism and
Yeah.
procrastination. And I didn't submit about 3 of my major assignments on time, and my uni did it in a way that when you don't submit for one day, you incur a 10% or something penalty, that thing, and then the next day another 10%. I would delay the thing be zero, 100% off. So I submitted my things late.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of them were due to have a 0 on them, and I thought I was going to fail. And God taught me a lot about why that won't work. Like, why waiting till something is perfect won't work.
Yeah.
My supervisor was like, Renee is a Chinese man, and he gave me the the worst experience of my life, because he was like a mad scientist vibe, and he never really had patience for me. He was like, Renee, you have to build. Like, if there's 4 levels, if there's 4 stages, every level can be like this. When you're done, then you come back, then you go higher. I will never forget that visual, and that's something that God also taught me.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I got my degree results, and I had a 2-1, and I couldn't believe it. Because that it shouldn't have happened. Like, I should have actually just had a fail or a pass.
That was a miracle in itself.
It was a miracle, because people suffered to I don't know whether the penalties just miraculously did not incur, because I'm telling you, I submitted all my major assignments a week late. Like, it's not even a joke. A week late. And my school is 10% each day. So, like,
that's like a lot of percentages.
It's a lot of it.
Lots of percentages.
Yeah, and I actually saw sometimes they update your scores on the. I saw 0 for 2 of them. So when I got my results,
was definitely God.
It was God just giving me a second chance.
Like, just so you know that in your own strength that was a 0. So if it came and it wasn't a 0, then that's definitely God. Okay, yeah. So I was saying, I'm like, yeah, that was definitely God. Like, there's a way that God does stuff for you to just know, because you know that in your strength that was like. You know what was going to happen, and then it comes out, and that's what to say. You know that yes, God was definitely in that. Yeah, that is so cool. Anyways, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Yes, so guys, honestly, I keep coming back and pointing all these things out because I just don't want anyone to miss anything. God is really, He's a provider. He will take care of you. He would provide. Like, you just have to just do life with him. He will take care of everything else, So don't be too stressed on like, oh, it has to go this way because it didn't go this way. Oh, my life is over or whatever. He can do anything at any time. He can change stuff. Like, I'm gonna like get on this and share my testimony as well, and I'll just let you guys understand.
You have it already.
I will soon. I'm pretty sure with the last episode of this season. And you'd see that no matter how, because like I know we have systems and we have there's a way that things like happen in this world that we are living in, and it's like, oh, when this passes or it feels like, oh my God, that's it, the time is up, like there's nothing you can do again, it's over. No, God created everything else. He holds everything, like it's held together by him. So if he says he's going to change something or move things around for you or cause something to happen, he will, and he can, So
He will.
put your hope in him. Anyways, yeah. So really. So how can you share with us some practical ways you live out your faith in your daily life?
Yeah, just moving on from the testimony part. Practically, I was just going to say that God teaches you with those things. He spared me, didn't let me get the fail or the pass or be completely demotivated by my uni degree results.
Yeah.
But he really taught me. Like, I see how I was behaving then, and I will never behave like that now. Like, that's why I'm so passionate when I speak about certain things. Like, I will never behave in a way that screams perfectionism. That word is a trigger word for me. As much as I like excellence and I like to see things go well, I would much rather do something trash for now.
Yeah.
And move on and learn from it and improve. And for me, the building blocks are important. So practically, I always say that I'm not, like, I don't have enough pride in me to say that unless something looks a certain way, as if it doesn't look a certain way, I'm not going to move ahead. I'm just going to do it, and however it looks, I'll make peace with it and trust that God will teach me how to improve it, and bring the right people my way to bring improvement and all that. So that's just from the testimony that practically I don't see bad situations now as something that should tear me down.
Yeah.
I always say that God, how good is God that even with your bad moments, even with the down seasons, He's using that for your good.
Yeah.
So it means that you're never even losing.
Exactly.
Like you're always winning, because even when there's a struggle, even when there's a challenge, that part of life is going to be building you up and
True.
teaching you and building your capacity
Yeah.
for who you're supposed to be. Like,
That's so true.
if He doesn't build a foundation in you, when the structure comes and something shakes you small, it's going to come tumbling like down.
Yeah.
It's going to be destroyed. Another way, practically, I love to see God's goodness in my life is just living authentically. I think growing up, cases. So growing up, I was the creepy girl. In school, I'll have people like look at me and be like definitely you are creepy.
Yeah.
So by the grace of God, I would not like naturally move into spaces or do things under peer pressure. Like there was very minimal things I would do under peer pressure. But it got me a label. It got me the like
I know,
what
but
you don't need.
Like now when you sit back and you think about it, it's not even a big deal because that was the right thing, you know.
For me, and like I'll go to the park nowadays. I won't go to the club or nothing. But like I would go, I'm not going to drink. I don't drink, so I'm not going to. Well, yeah, but I don't drink. I'm not going for that purpose. But I want to go because my friends are going, like just to chill.
Yeah.
Then I'll get to some places, and then somebody will say, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And then I'll just be like, ah. But I'll go and think about something like, so you have a brand and people know your brand. Is that not like a good thing?
Yeah.
So then eventually I stopped. But like I was the figure. I'd always, I've even forgotten where I was going with this. Yeah. So I don't know. I just always have the grace to live authentically. Yeah. If I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. And people will be some way to me about it. But there are a lot of cases that I realize that now the person actually learned something from it or was inspired by it in some way.
Yeah.
It was a shock to me when I hear that some people come and say that, okay, but I'm just very like interested in how every time someone will be giving you a drink or you'll be like, I don't need it, I don't want it kind of thing. And so there's like, if you think you're not going to live authentically, you're just doing yourself. You are just doing yourself because it's a lot of energy to be somebody that you don't want to be. Yeah. So living, what was the question? It was
how you live out your faith.
How I live out my faith. Yeah, it's like that freedom to be authentic. I didn't want to do things then. I don't want to do things now. And now I live my life in a way that I don't really care if someone thinks what I'm doing is weird. I don't really care. Yeah. I think that all the colors of me are beautiful in itself, and they always point to God. Like they will always point to God for me. Every time somebody compliments me about my work, or I'm so tempted to be like, "Oh, it's not even that good," or like it can be better. But I really do have this conviction that it points to God, and if that's happening, then everything is going right. Yeah. So I just love to live freely and love to see people see goodness in me, and that will always point to God.
Yeah. So you see what you were talking about, how when people know you for who you are, for this person, and like they just relate to you like in that light and all of that. I'm at that point now where people people around me are because they're like, hey, Esla, yeah, nowadays she's also from Mamio. Esla nowadays, and I actually like it. Before though, honestly, before you just you feel like, oh, you're a cool girl, you don't do some things, you're not a shit. But like now that I work well with God and like I understand and like I'm fully devoted, like it's such a compliment when somebody tells me that. It's like, oh yes, that means that I'm actually living out my faith. You can see it, and that's great.
And
like,
not even in a way that makes it's not like a pride thing that you've arrived and people are calling back.
Yes, not a pride thing.
It just shows you that you're being productive.
Exactly.
And through that somebody can look at you and then hopefully it's like, she's so strong about what she's doing. Let me find out something. Like why are you doing the most? Like why? Hopefully through that, then you yourself you come to some understanding. That's the goal.
Exactly, because that's literally what the Bible is teaching us. Like we're supposed to live our lives such that people will see us and want to know our God. That's really cool. Anyway, so before we're coming to the end of this episode real soon, but before we get to the end, what's something you're learning currently, like in Bible study or about the walk with God currently, that you'd like to share with us?
Oh, okay. In my walk with God, so I've learned that I can't like forsake the process of things. Any time that is taking time to build a foundation is worth it, because when you're done, you now have capacity to hold something great. Me, I know my light is big, and I know that's why the devil tried to the anxiety,
So many
near
things.
depression, so many things.
things.
Procrastination. I know it's because I have, like, God has given me something to do, and the only way I can be faithful to that is if I understand process, like process day, and process is important.
Yeah.
Even though I have a vision of who I want to be, I am who I am right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all I have. And it's also a pride thing. Like, if you humble yourself, if you're like, this is me in the moment, everything takes, time.
Yeah.
Then you're good. Then it's like you accept that God will teach you along the way. So that's what I'm learning. And I've started like social media. I've tried for a long time I knew I had to post myself online, but I was like, but I'm not a content creator. I'm not a content creator. But like, what's a content creator? Just put your thing online. Somebody will listen, and the right person who has to hear it will hear.
Yeah.
So I'm a lot more shameless about just speaking about my process and where I am at the moment, and showing I didn't even speak about the testimony of when myself applying for jobs and not being able to. I procrastinated so much about that because I thought I wasn't going to get. Can you imagine deciding for yourself that they will not
you will not get the job,
so you don't even apply?
Oh my Lord.
So how? So things like that.
That's so interesting. See, the devil is just like one, because that's the only way. He's like, because that's the thing. It's like, I wouldn't even let you get there at all, because once you get there, he knows like something great can come out of that.
Yes.
So he's just going to find anything possible to prevent you from getting there. I see. And just recently, and not recently, but since I started working properly with God now, I've learned how our thoughts are spiritual things. And there's not every thought in your mind that is your thoughts.
Yes.
You have to choose which one you are accepting, which one you're aligning with, which one you're 100%. So that's how the devil will just be floating certain thoughts around you. 100%. And because we didn't know some things, we take it and you're like, this is my reality, and they won't choose me, and I won't even do it.
The devil is kind of tired with me because he puts thoughts in my mind, like maybe out of 100 thoughts in the day, maybe 65 are the devil.
Can you imagine?
I don't mind him. So now he's tired of me even talking. I don't even hear it as much. Because every time a negative thought comes, I'm like, it's okay, I heard it, shut up. That's him.
Yeah.
He will lie to you, deceive you, so and you believe it and then destroy your destiny. Yeah.
So guys, it's not really thoughts that goes on your mind, you have to accept, it's not always you.
At all.
You have to just pray, ask God to. That's why I see the Bible even tells us how we should guard our hearts, guard our minds. Like whatever you are allowed to flow through your heart, your mind, that's what shapes you.
Yes.
So try not to just accept anything at all that pops up in your head. That is probably not even your own thoughts, Anyways, this has been a very good, nice conversation. That's practically it. But before you go, I just want you to, just if there's anyone watching this that's still trying to figure out if God is real, if all these things we are seeing and doing, like, is it real, or are we just all doing shakara? If you have anything to say to such a person listening.
Yeah, I definitely have something to say. I think the world is too beautiful and too intentional for you to be sitting in it and think that God is not real.
Yep.
I think, I'm sorry to say, but your brain is too small to think that God is not real. Yeah. I would rather live in a world where I surrender, to a God who's truthful and who is powerful than think I've got to figure it all out. God is real, and God is waiting for you to ask him to show you himself. Thing is, he will not force himself on you if you are genuinely asking him, okay, look, I don't really believe you are there or you even care about me. Please show me yourself. He will. He will use your life situations to show you, and you will know that, no, this was God, this was his intention, this is what he put in me, this is who he made me. It all makes sense that there's a God who created me.
Yeah, okay, that was a good one. Okay, so Renee, before we leave, can you share how we can, connect with you, your socials, how people can find what you do, your work, what's how they can book you,
Yes, so for all your product design, that's if you want to design a product to sell on the market, manufacture and sell either abroad or here, and then interior design and build, it's dimensions.design on Instagram. And then my personal social media is Renee Anagbo. That's ReneeAnagbo. So that's Instagram, TikTok. No.
Okay, those two.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you for coming on today. Thank you for
It's been
sharing with
so
us,
fun.
opening up your heart, and just letting us, glean and
So
learn
fun.
from you. Yeah, I just really pray that someone hears this, listens to this, and their faith is gingered, rekindled some way, somehow. You know, yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so before we leave and finally bring this on end, we are proudly sponsored by Ambi Restaurant. Now, Ambi Restaurant is where we are recording. It's very lovely. The ambience
Yeah.
here is great, service great, food even better. So yeah, definitely check this place out whenever you get a chance. It's in Accra, American House, right behind the American House building. They also have a branch in Kumasi. Yes,
Wow.
so yeah,
Wow.
definitely check them out. And till the next episode, guys, I think it's bye for now.